We are Beer and Chill Podcast.
Podcast where we review TV shows, games, movies, and whatever else takes our fancy.
So what are you waiting for? If you're a cool kid like us, you're gonna listen to the Beer and Chill Podcast. You can get it anywhere from Spotify all the way to your grandmother's radio. My name is Jan.
And I'm Craigie C.
And we are
Beer and Chill.
What's your favorite scary movie?
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
They're here.
Welcome, victims, to the Horr-Gasm podcast. I'm Nick, and with me is my co-host, Ali.
Hello.
We're back again.
Back. Guess who's back? Back again. Do that every time.
Horr-Gasm's back. Tell your
Tell a
friends.
friend.
Please.
Please tell friends.
Please. We're good.
We're nice people, I swear.
We have good content, please. Please.
Sir, may I have some viewers, please? I'm fussing with my microphone.
Okay.
Sorry.
You
Okay,
fuss.
we're good. I'm unfussed.
Good.
I'm
We'll talk about the horror movies and all that.
Oh, yes, that's what we do here. We speak about the horror movies.
All about the horror.
Horror.
So I
Tell me.
I'm going to. I called you, texted you about this the other day. Basically, I stumbled across this on Netflix.
Ooh, what are we stumbling on?
Elves.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just browsing through Netflix for something to watch. I was looking, sorry, what's coming up.
Yes. One of my favorite things to do. It's the
yeah.
What's Coming tab.
Yeah, what's coming? What can I add to my list? What can notify me?
Yep.
And Elves came up, and it looked kind of, the picture was creepy. I'm like, what is this? Mm-hmm. So they had the trailer. It's a series.
Yep.
And it's very, I think, Norwegian, Sweden.
Yep.
It's one of the two. Looks great.
Really good.
Basically, a family goes and stay at the cabin
Yep.
for Christmas. They hit something on the way, and it's like an elf or something, and it's got a gremlin feel to it.
Right. Yeah. Like it looks like a good time.
There's things outside, out in the woods that's kind of watching them. It looks neat.
Which, we need more, I don't know, fun things to watch. Especially, Christmas horror movies.
Yes.
Which there are a few.
Yep. There's a few.
But,
This looks fun.
yes,
And
exactly.
it's a series.
Yep.
And it's foreign. Mm-hmm. And anywhere in Europe, the whole Santa thing takes a hard left turn.
Yes.
Okay, now you watched the season of Big Mouth. Was it
I
true?
was just going to say.
Is that true?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But the story that they tell is so good.
Yes.
The Swedish twins or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do the accent because that's racist. But and then you hide and then, he might still come.
And it's just one day of the year? No.
No.
It's all
Always.
time. This is every time. And you're like, oh.
Oh
no.
Well, I love it. No, it was really good. Oh my gosh.
That is so, I like, it looks good. It looks
Yeah.
good. For first season, it looks very interesting. And I'm
Right?
curious what they could do with the elves.
Yes.
Because you see them. You see the one, they see an elf, and it's an elf. Mm-hmm. And it has the, if I remember, I could be remembering incorrectly.
Yep.
Incorrectly, wrong. Anyways, the look of the elf is very similar to one of the chapters in Berserk.
Interesting.
Where young girl, her friend ran away to be with the elves.
Sure.
That they used to live outside in the forest. And there's an old story about this little boy who was born, looked weird, looked different. And he found out that, he looks more like one of the elves.
Right.
But during his trek to try and find the elves, time has gone by and all his parents ever know is dead.
Yeah.
So he kind of ends up alone anyways. Oof. But
That's crazy.
just the look, the kind of the big kind of red eyes, the little kind of pointy head with a little bit of hair or something on top.
Yep.
Kind of the not expressionless, but like the blank kind of face. It looks cool.
Elves are inherently kind of creepy, though, don't you think? Like, just the thought of, like...
If you go...
Let me go really deep here for a sec. But like,
dig away.
But, like, basically indentured servitude?
But not,
Hashtag slavery?
But no, now you're going along with the Santa Claus, I'm taking it.
Right.
But that's not... I think elves only in name.
Right,
Because
right.
you think of Santa Claus and elves, you got little people with pointy ears who make toys.
Right.
Those aren't the real original elves.
Of course.
From like European mythology.
Yes.
And like the same thing is with like Lord of the Rings elves. They're
Yeah.
tall, slender build, handsome or gorgeous, attractive looking male or female, pointy ears, and they're more in commune with nature and stuff
Right.
like that. Again, that's just fantasy there.
See, and then I think of like Dragon Age, where elves are literally considered slaves again. They're like the lesser race, basically. And they have like whole slums of just elves because they don't want them sharing space with humans.
That reminds me of Carnival Row.
Yes.
On Amazon.
Yes, exactly.
Where everything that's not human is seen as second race. I
Exactly. Like an inferior race.
suppose. Yes. I love that. I'm glad the second season's coming. I'm
Me
excited
too.
for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited.
But there's also, like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
She's she's a fairy.
Pixie.
Sorry, Pixie.
Yeah.
Pixie, fairy?
Fairy?
Fairy.
I don't know.
That's different. But these elves are like little, like maybe a foot tall.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they can fly or anything, but it looks cool. It's a good.
Yes.
I love the design.
Right.
Because
Yeah, I agree.
It's not the cutesy Disneyed up.
Yeah.
It's more based in reality
Okay.
and in mythology.
But you know what elf, like the elf sort of thing, like Christmassy elves always scares the shit out of me. Family Guy. That episode where Brian and Stewie are in the North Pole. And like they're just like a bunch of inbred like and he's like they need like fingerprints or something to get in somewhere. Or no, it's the reindeers eat the elves. So he like goes up to the elf and pulls out its arm and like slowly starts sawing it off, and there's just no reaction. And it's like, oh, it's so good. But every time I watch that episode, I'm like cringing a bit. I'm like, ooh. Cause like what what do you do? And this is the thing with Big Mouth is like, how do they keep having elves forever? Do they just, because then the whole thing in Big Mouth is like they discover sex or whatever. But are they just young forever? Do they just live forever? Or like, how would they not know how to procreate?
They just kind of popped out of a stocking one day, and that's how they
The stork delivers them. And
they split.
yeah, obviously. They just like morph into two.
They eat enough candy, they become big enough, and they just become two.
They just poop out an elf.
Well, the same thing is then with Oompa Loompas.
100%.
Like,
And they're all male.
And they're all male. Yes.
They're all male. So what's going on there, Willy Wonka? Like, can we talk about that?
Whirly Wonka?
Willy Wonka.
I heard Whirly.
Willy Wonka.
Whirly Wonka.
Oh my God, Willy Wonka. That meme will forever be one of my favorite memes. The oh my God, goosebumps when she's holding up the books. Fuck, it's good. I just apply it to everything.
Where did that start?
The picture of the girl holding up the Goosebumps books, and it's like oh my God, goosebumps.
Yeah, but where did the first Ermigerd come from? I'm pulling a blank.
Oh, that's the first time I
South
saw
Park, but or not South.
Oh,
I think I want to say South Park. I think it is South Park.
Could be.
I'm not sure. Future googling.
Future Nick and Al, Google.
Yes.
Hurry,
Where
do it.
did Ermigerd come from?
I usually listen to this while I'm falling asleep, so I would be like, I'll like snap my eyes open and grab my phone. Start doing a heckin' Google.
Damn you, Pastelana.
Damn you.
Curses. Google.
Oh my gosh. No, it's good. I did that at work the other day. It's from Charlie's Angels. Damn you, Balthazar. Nobody got it. With,
Charlie's Angels?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. When it's who's the guy who plays Joey on Friends?
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
You better be sorry. You think I'm wrong about Charlie's Angels?
Sorry, that phrase, yes, but that tone, the way it's delivered, was not originally from Charlie's Angels.
Where's it?
I think Simpsons.
Could be.
During one of the first couple seasons they had, which it all works out.
Yeah.
The McBain videos or movies, which is a parody of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and one of them has Mendoza.
Yeah. Right.
It's in that, not the same wording.
Right.
But it's in the same allegory.
I was going to say that same tone, sort of like you could think of anything like Adrian.
Yeah, exactly. And then there you go,
Right.
right back to Rocky.
Yeah.
Like, it's been done.
I just like,
He's getting redone.
I like the
differently.
damn you. Like, it feels very, my work mom was like, oh, what are you guys doing on this side today? I'm like, oh, screaming mindlessly into the void, the usual.
That poor void. He gets them all screaming.
It's a lot of screaming.
Yep.
I saw at Amazon, they have these soundproof boxes where you can just it's like a telephone booth and you just walk in and you literally just scream at the top of your lungs.
Cone to silence. I was waiting for you to finish so I can jump in there.
Yeah. You're like,
if you listen, what's the cone to silence? Please, if you're listening to us, pause it for a second. We
Just
will
one
wait.
sec.
Go onto YouTube, look up Get Smart.
Yes.
Cone of silence.
Yes.
That's everything that you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Look it up. It's hilarious. Love
I
it.
just, I was like, if I could have one of those at work, I would be a much happier person. And by that, I mean my co-workers would be much happier people because they wouldn't have to hear me. Because, regularly at my desk, I'll just sit there. I'll turn my head so it's not super loud. But I'll just sit there and just be like, oh. But, yeah. With less throat burning. But
Yes.
I've already done
less
it too
cough.
much today.
Less cough involved.
Sorry, it's just my COVID's coming.
Oh.
JK!
No, it's bad. Well, no, it's because we had some lovely, delicious 13 pies.
Oh, yeah. It was so good. I love
there's-
that place.
So no supper break on this episode.
Yeah, no supper break this episode.
thought
We got
ahead.
that done.
We ate ahead time. So,
Being responsible adults and all.
responsibility.
Yeah, define responsible. Oh my gosh, before we're streaming tonight and we were looking up cross compatibility for the game that we're playing and it's like, oh, go to your friends list. And we're both like, Freya. What is that?
What's a friend? What's a friend?
I was talking to a coworker today too. This is such a random talking job. I'm just like,
Why
let's talk
not?
about my day. I was talking to a coworker today and she rebooted her phone.
Oh no.
She got drunk and changed her phone code
Oh
to get into her phone. So she had to factory reset. Anyways, that was the most of her problem. She's like, all my contacts got
Wiped.
re-imported. And I was like, oh, great. And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to have to ask all 138 people for their phone numbers again. I'm like, 138 people. I think I have 10 phone numbers in my phone. I mean, I'm cool.
Yes.
I'm super cool.
Whenever the scammers call, I'm like, well,
Right?
new friend, who is this? Hello.
Hi, wrong number. No, don't go.
What are you doing later?
Yeah. Are you busy? Do you like me? Yes or no? Circle yes or no. Oh my god. Oh.
If you like me, press a button for a tone. If not, just don't press anything.
Yeah. If you like me, blink twice. I'll know. I'll be able to sense it. Hey, if you want to go listen to more of us talk like this, we stream multiple times a week on Twitch, Horr-Gasm Games. Feel free to stop in.
Totally do.
Listen to us chat about nothingness.
Yep. And heads up, we plan to be, stream tonight, but we're going to be, for the next weeks going forward, we'll be having days of Pokemon. The new Pokemon's out.
Woo!
It's not so much scary, but there are monsters, there's fighting, and there's death somewhere in the game.
Fainting.
So
I hated that. Your Pokemon fainted. That bitch died.
Your name, whited out.
Yeah.
Whited out?
Whited out?
There's being blacked out?
Is that racist?
There's no, blacked out is too violent.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think the very first
Shit.
Pokemon, the first couple ones for Game Boy, you lost someone blacked out. And then Nintendo's like, whoa, hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. That's too violent.
Can't black out.
Can't black out.
Nope.
Let's white out instead. Okay.
It's like,
Sure.
all right, I guess, if that's what you want.
But then people created the Nuzlocks,
Yep.
which is fun. Hard as hell, but fun. Where
Yes.
if your Pokemon faints during a battle, it is considered dead and you must release it after that battle. It's gone.
Interesting.
You can only and there's rules. There's a bunch of rules. You can only capture the first Pokemon you meet on every new route.
Okay.
Legendaries, you can get them, but you only get one shot.
Interesting.
And if you say you come across a repeat of a Pokemon you already have in a new route,
Yep.
second Pokemon.
Oh.
And also, like for your starter, it depends on your gamer code. You have a certain code for your character,
Yep.
and if it ends like in it goes in like the last number. If it's like 0 to 3, you get the water type. If it's 4, 5, 6, it's a grass type, and another one's like a fire type, and that's what you choose.
Sure.
So it's all like almost random.
Interesting.
And then there's others where it is all random, where you don't know which, you go on to grass.
Yeah.
You can it could be a legendary, it could be anything.
Interesting.
So,
We were having a pretty serious discussion about which starter Pokemon we were going to get.
That's true.
Because you're going to get Piplup, so I'll probably get a Chimchar just so we can have some contrast.
Yeah. And if we do battle, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. You're a bit of a Pokemon master yourself. But also,
Turn my hat backwards.
we also plan to do some
Back for Blood.
Back for Blood.
Back for Blood.
Yes. And I am currently trying to stream Dead Space.
Yes.
I'm having issues with the Steam version, and it just looks bad. So I might end up restoring that. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna focus on Back for Blood for now.
Is it the emulator that you're using? Looks
No,
bad?
I'm using.
Oh, you're on Steam.
I'm
right,
using
right, right.
Steam, but just that was a pain. Oh, that was a struggle to get everything set up and working, and the sound and.
Yeah, as is life, right?
Yep.
Life is all about struggles. Well, we were just literally setting up our
Discord.
Yes, Discord and stream and people were just watching us.
Yep.
Hanging out, watching us. It's like as I'm sitting there, we're like fussing with audio. It's
testing. Yeah.
Listen, guys.
We figured out though. We got her good.
Yeah.
Going. Yep.
I'm so excited.
I'm so glad we got that fixed.
We're gonna have fun tonight.
Yes, I'll have to move my PS5.
Yeah.
To move it from one spot to another, which is easy to do.
Yeah, totally.
And while
Just
that happens, I
couple
can
chords.
put in my Pokemon game, let that download, and
Mine only took 18 minutes.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's quick.
It'll be ready for tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow
Oh
evening.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we don't even have to start right from the beginning. Like people know the story, right? It's not like it's a
For what?
I'm gonna Pokemon. I'm gonna play.
We
tonight.
have to. No,
What
we
I'm
have to.
trying to say is I'm gonna play tonight.
Well, then we'll be streaming off mine, and you can just kind of watch.
Fine.
And
Don't take this from me.
that's fine. No, you can play off screen, or you can just start a new. Maybe you just.
Or I'll just comment on what you're doing.
Yeah.
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 Just have a fun little.
Like, yeah, you
little
can watch,
thingies.
you can play yours as I do mine on the screen. You can, where are you at? I'm here. I'm a level 30 so-and-so. What? You're level 12? Loser.
Ew. Oh my gosh. You know what was probably 12 years old? One of the kids in us.
Sure.
Segways. Oh yeah, we watched that this week. Oh my god. Okay, well, we should probably get into it, right?
I think we should, yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We don't have anything here. This is our summer home. We just got in today, so.
Once upon a time, there was a girl, and the girl had a shadow. The two were connected, tethered together. When the girl ate, her food was given to her warm and tasty. But when the shadow was hungry, she had to eat rabbit, raw and bloody.
All right, so this week we watched Us. It's a 2019 movie written and directed by Jordan Peele.
Cool.
One of my favorite, I was going to say artists. Directors, I guess. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yep, good movie.
It
Fun
was
movie.
good. It was
yeah.
good.
You hadn't seen it before, right?
I have not. I
Right.
had not. I have now. So,
But you knew about the twist.
You guys knew about the twist.
Big ol' heckin' twist. And we're going to spoil it probably at some point pretty quick here.
Well, yeah.
Just know.
Yeah. And when did you first hear about this?
I watched the trailers when it was coming out.
Have you seen it before, though? When did you watch it?
Yes, I watched it when it first came out on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep,
Very good.
yep.
Yeah,
So it wasn't that long ago, probably within the last year.
Yeah. I saw trailers too.
Yeah.
It looked interesting. I didn't get around to watching because I'm like, it's people.
Yes.
But,
yes.
but it's creepy people. It's
Yeah.
It had a very, The Strangers feel to it.
Right. See, and I thought it was more masks because the poster looks like she's got a mask. So I was like, ugh, kind of feels like purgy,
Yes.
know, which...
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, exactly. I agree. And also it has the trailer has them standing out in the driveway just holding
Right.
hands like a family.
Yes. With the scissors.
Yes.
So cool.
Very, very creepy.
Very, very creepy.
Yeah. Creepy. It's just creepy.
But
Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. The whole movie just feels unsettling.
Yes.
And they do that with ambiance and lots of body acting. Not so much voice. Even voice acting also. Lupita Nyong'o does an amazing job as her alter ego.
Yes, she does.
But it's just the body language and
yes.
stuff is so creepy.
It really is, and it's like how you explained it's body language, it's a bit of the voices.
Yeah.
Not so much voice, but just how they
Lots
react.
of them don't talk.
Yeah, and the other families, their friends, the dad acts.
Yes.
He has a very kind of goofy, over exaggerated movement to him, but
Yes.
he's also dangerous.
Yes.
And the one daughter, she's
the track star.
yes.
Yeah.
She runs.
Yes.
And she runs fast.
Yes.
It's cool.
Her Zora, her killing the guy that's like, hey, you're on my car, get
Yep.
off my car.
Yep.
And her just lunging at him. Oh, so creepy.
It really
so
is.
creepy.
This is a really well done movie.
Yes.
I really do think so.
Right.
They got
Jordan Peele movies are just always so top tier.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
Like Get Out.
Good.
Amazing.
Good.
I will watch everything he directs. Honestly, writes or directs. Everything. Fuck. People. Yeah, but I'm glad you liked it. Because I thought, it's one of those movies where it can kind of go either way. But kind of like The Lighthouse, but to a lesser degree. Because it's very artistic.
Yes.
But the story is just so good, And it's not it's got a deeper meaning. Which it does have a deeper meaning. But even if you just take it at face value, it's this is so fucked up.
Yeah, even
There's a whole city of mole people underneath our city.
Yeah. And not even more
crazy.
people. They're just copies.
Yeah. Just in case.
And done by the government.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very, very weird.
Exactly.
Like even like the beginning where you got the little girl, in the fair, and she
Yes.
wanders away, and she's in the House of Horrors, like mirrors.
Yep. The House of
And
Mirrors. Yeah.
and then you don't see what she's looking at, but her face, the contortion of terror in her face.
Yes. You believe she's absolutely scared for her life.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
It's it's
So good.
it is good. It really is. It could have. They went with some of the more lighter jokey stuff part of the movie.
Yes.
Which worked with it.
Very
but it
Jordan Peele.
also would have worked if it was very straight.
Oh,
Like,
for
if it was a
sure.
lot more
It could have
serious.
been like just terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you make it a little more like they're copies,
Yeah.
but have them look like have a major difference. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's kind of sort of with the one boy,
Yep.
but have everyone have like one major defect
Yes.
or something along that line.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like there's more. We'll go into more of it. Like none of them can talk.
Yep.
One of them grunts a bit.
Yes.
The dad copy, he's just like grunting, kind of howling kind of thing.
Oh, it's so creepy when he does that to like communicate with his children. That's why he does it.
Children and is it because nobody's on the boat?
Yep. That's why he does it to like let them know that he's okay.
Oh,
That's why he does
it was one of the other copies howling. He's like, "Well, it's a friend of mine. Hey,
Yeah. Hey, Steve, how's it going? You
Steve,
good?
I'm on a boat, bro."
Oh no, I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
I don't know, and again, we'll get into more of the story. But like when they're underground,
Yeah.
which have an escalator to get down there, which is cool. But everything that people do above ground, they do, but
Just
in the hallways.
Yeah. Yes. Like even one of my
they're-
favorite ones was when they're like riding the roller coaster.
Yes.
They're all just standing
They're
behind
just
each other, like bouncing
Pantomiming.
around.
They're just pantomiming
Yes.
what their others are doing up on the surface, actually doing stuff, and they're just like
Which is so interesting because it's like, how do you know?
yeah.
And so it's like, is there that like mental connection? Is it just like intuition? Like how?
Yeah.
Oh, but like when Lupita Nyong'o's character, like when she's a child and they do the whole sequence of like how she dance and we see her on the, stage doing a performance,
Yeah.
like a dance rehearsal. And her copy is in the hallway doing it for all the other
Yeah.
copies.
But they're not even really watching. They're just
Yeah.
she's doing
Yeah.
it. They're all doing their thing too.
They're doing their own thing, yeah. Like it's crazy.
It's very crazy.
Ugh.
It's very really good. It's a grab hole. You can just jump right in and like, what the hell's going on?
Absolutely. Yeah, I like this movie.
Should we then get into the cast?
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is cool. This is the first here. So, Lupita
Nyong'o.
Nyong'o, she plays Adelaide Wilson, and her tethered character is named
Yes,
Red.
the tethered, that's what they're called. Yes.
His name Red. Winston Duke, he plays Gabe Wilson, and his tethered character's name is Abraham. Elizabeth Moss, she plays Katie Tyler. Her tethered character is Dahlia.
So this family, we'll probably talk about it too, but it's they're so funny. There's such a good contrast
Yeah.
to like the other family because this mom, like played by Elizabeth Moss, who is such a good character. She's such a good actress, but she's very much like it's wine o'clock and like live, laugh, love,
Yeah.
like that sort of a mom. And like, resents her kids because she got pregnant young and,
Fights
she
with
could,
her
I could have been an actress.
Yeah.
Like that sort of a feeling. And it's so good.
Yeah, she's kind of bossy and controlling of her husband, and
Yeah.
and he's he's submissive but defiant.
Yes.
It's
like kind of like a joking asshole sort of way.
Yeah.
And like when you watch it, you'll know exactly what we mean.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Yeah, their dynamic is so good. I wish we got just a touch more, because
Yes.
before everything unfolds
Yes.
with their characters, we only really get two scenes. We see them on the beach, and we see them in their beach house, and that's it.
That's it.
Both of those scenes are really short.
Yeah, we could have used a little bit more of them just kind of to set up,
Yeah.
more of their family dynamic,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when everything unfolds with their characters, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. But, like, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alexa. Oh, shit. My Alexa's listening to me. Anyways, she says, call the police. And please don't call the police. She's good. She's sleeping now. And instead, their device starts playing "Fuck the Police." It's so through this whole traumatic scene, "Fuck the Police" is playing.
Yeah.
It's so good, but that's like the small amount of humor that I think makes this movie easily watchable. Like, you could watch this. I told my mom, who is not a horror movie person at all, I was like, I think you'd like this. Because there's just enough where it's like, right when it starts, like they're about to kill a child, it's like, fuck the police. As there's like a 14-year-old girl falling to her death, you're like, fuck the police.
Yeah. And that's kind of like it's a double-edged sword with that joke, because it's played off as great comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
Great comedy, but also white family calling for help.
Yes.
And this film stars a black family.
Yeah.
It's very double-sided.
Yeah.
Double-sided joke. So I
Yeah.
get the joke, but there's another part of that joke where, yeah.
Well, this is the thing, is that if you really deep dive into this movie is all about oppression, you know, doing things you don't want to, not having a chance to speak up, or, you know, having really no agency over your decisions.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Jordan Peele movies, is like, topically, if you just watch this, it's about crazy people, crazy mole people killing their doubles.
Yeah.
But if you really dig into it, it's so layered, and that's what I love about his movies. Is, you know, it can really just be good, like, not for everybody, obviously, but anybody can enjoy them. I really, truly think.
If you can, if you aren't into that whole side of the movies or anything like that, it's not forced down your throat. It's there, but it's not in your facing. Oh, hey.
Like the new Candyman, it's not like...
Even then, I saw them.
Right?
I don't see it's not forced.
Yes.
At the end, it's heavily implied.
Yeah.
But considering the neighborhood and just how things are, it doesn't...
Yes. And that's the thing,
It
is
doesn't
like...
push.
This, like, obviously Jordan Peele being an African-American man, he's... mostly uses African-American actors and actresses, which is amazing. But it doesn't feel like, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to tell you about systematic oppression, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't feel like that.
He's tasteful about it. He's not distasteful.
Which is
and
what you have
forced.
to do to, like,
you do
get your point across. Because if you're too direct, we've talked about this before, but if you're too direct about it, people are like, social justice warrior, your bird is a snowflake, pew, pew, pew. It's like, no. No.
We've now entered the political part of Horr-Gasm.
Sorry, I've had some to drink tonight, so I'm fired up. I had a bad day at work. I had some to drink. I'm ready to either fight God or become him. So.
Whoa. Okay.
We're gonna have fun streaming. Future Nick, don't cut this out. I need everybody to know I'm crazy.
No, I won't. I might lower the volume with that last bit, but no, I'm not cutting it out. We're keeping it real, damn it.
So cast.
All right, so we have Elizabeth Moss as Katie Tyler and Dahlia. We also have Tim Heidecker. He plays Josh Tyler, Kitty's husband, and Tex.
Oh.
The tethered version of him, which is just funny.
So good.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Shahadi Wright Joseph plays Zora Wilson, and her tethered is Umbria.
Yeah.
Great actress.
Yes. She did such a good job.
She did.
Her and the son did such a phenomenal job.
I think that was his first movie, because he has no blue on my Wikipedia.
Really?
Yeah, Evan Alex, he played Jason Wilson, and his tethered character is Pluto with a mask on.
Yes.
Which copies his other character, Jason, who always has a mask on.
Right. But he wears like a Chewbacca mask.
Yes, but Pluto has a mask on for an entirely different reason, which I will explain through the plot.
Oh, they're one of my favorites. Those two.
Yeah. Then we also have Yahya Abdul Mateen II as Russell Thomas. He also plays Waylon, the title character. Anna Diop plays Rain Thomas. Other one is Eartha. And the two twins, Callie Sheldon plays Becca Tyler and EO. And Noel Sheldon plays, they're actually sisters.
Yeah.
Well, because they'd have to be. They'd have to. Fuck off, Nick. Your brain just died there for a second.
Wait. The twins are sisters in real life?
I have not had anything to drink. I wish I did now. And now she plays Lindsay Tyler and Nix. And also, because we have to, Madison Curry plays a young Adelaide.
Who we were talking about before does an amazing scared face.
Yes. That girl did a great job.
Totally.
So yeah.
Awesome.
That's the cast.
Amazing.
And there's other characters too, but no one is really as important.
But just like minor. They pop in and out, sort of,
We kind of focus on the main characters. And
Yep, exactly.
The ones who matter.
So let's get into the plot. I'm so excited.
Sorry, I just wanted to... Twins, Basil! Twins!
Twins, Basil! I say that all the time. And nobody gets it.
I do.
Twins, Basil!
I totally fucked up what twins are.
Fuck
wow.
Me.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I love Austin Powers.
So good.
Okay, plot.
Plot.
Okay, so in 1986, a young girl named Adelaide, Addie for short, watches a commercial for Hands Across America. I kind of remember that.
Yep.
At night, at the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk, she wanders off from her parents and enters a funhouse, where she encounters a doppelganger of herself in the House of Mirrors.
Yes. Yep.
We don't know what's a doppelganger. We don't really see anything, do we?
We see for like a split second where she walks up and we think it's a mirror.
Yeah.
And then we just turn because the mirror
That's
quotation smiles.
Right.
And then we see her face and it's like
Right.
Yeah.
Just
her
her shocked face, which is
yes.
So
good.
So good. Yeah.
That's what I should do for the Instagram post is a shocked face.
Yes, you should.
Right?
That's a good one. Good call. Years later, the grown-up Adelaide goes on vacation with her husband, Gabe Wilson, and their children, Zora and Jason.
Yay.
She's apprehensive about the trip, haunted by memories of the encounter and her recovery, during which she stopped speaking and withdrew from her family.
Yes. And we see kind of flashbacks of her in like a psychiatrist's office and stuff.
There's a few flashbacks.
Yeah. We don't get a lot of context to begin with.
No, which you shouldn't.
Right, of course. I'm not going to show all their cards in the first 10 minutes.
That's called proper and good writing.
Listen here. I told you I'll fight you.
You call me God?
I mean,
I'll take it.
May as well.
No, you're sure. Despite her misgivings, the family meet with her friends, Josh and Katie Tyler, and their twin daughters at the beach. Yeah, she didn't want to go to the beach. She wanted to stay at the home and she wanted to leave.
Yeah.
And Gabe is like, but I got a boat.
Yeah. I got the boat.
I got a boat. That kind of sometimes works. On the way there, they witness paramedics taking away a body of an old man, blood on his chest. Jason later sees someone strangely similar to the old man, standing still with his arms outstretched and hands bloody.
You're like,
also, huh. Yeah. He also had to go to the bathroom, and he kind of wanders around a bit, and comes back, gets kind of yelled at by his mom.
Yeah, because of what happened to her.
Yes.
And I think it's the same beach, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because the funhouse is still there.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That night, Adelaide tells Gabe about her childhood incident, but is interrupted by a family of 4 dressed in red that appears in the driveway before breaking into the house. Cornering the Wilsons in their own living room, the family is revealed as their doppelgangers.
Yes.
They include Pluto, Jason's fire-loving, mouth-scarred double.
Yes.
Umbre, Zora's sadistic double. And Abraham, Gabe's double. And are led by Red, Adelaide's double. The only one who can speak.
Yes.
Albeit in a guttural, raspy voice. And she does a great job.
The voice she does is so scary. It's so raspy.
I'll probably use that for our
Yes.
yeah. So
It's raspy but then she whispers sometimes. It's like it's bizarre. It's so unsettling.
I read some of the trivia and they kind of explained it that because she hasn't talked for so long, and she could talk, it's just it hurts.
Yes.
For her to talk.
Right.
So.
Oh, so good. Some of the best voice acting I've heard in a while. You know.
She does a fantastic job.
Yes.
Red explains that they are called the Tethered. They share a soul with their book-alike counterparts.
Yes.
And they have come to untether themselves. She tells them the story of a girl who lives a life of comfort and joy, while her shadow remains in the dark.
Yes.
Suffering while living a mirrored, painful version of the girl's life and hating the girl for it.
Right. So it's like that resentment is built up, and she talks about, like, you know, while you were eating a meal, I got the scraps and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The Wilsons are separated and terrorized by their psychotic doppelgangers. Adelaide is handcuffed, and Jason discovers that Pluto mirrors his actions.
Yes. Which is one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like the van scene later on.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
After Gabriel manages to kill Abraham, they just skipped over how.
Wow.
The family escapes in their boat together. So, okay, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
So they're all together. The family's in the living room. The Abraham smacks Gabe with a bat on the leg, so he's kind of hurt.
Yes.
And Red explains what's going on.
Yes.
During this, Pluto wants to go play with Jason.
I was going to say, she tells the kids to go play.
Go play.
Yeah. So Pluto and Jason, Pluto takes his hand and leads him through the house, and they go to play.
Yeah.
And Zora, her tethered, gives her a head start, and they're like, run.
Yeah.
Like, just run, because she's a track star.
Yeah, she tells her to go run.
Yep.
And then you see her just kind of waiting.
Yep.
Abraham, he kind of gets dragged to the boat.
Yes.
And he kind of gets knocked out.
Yep.
And then he gets thrown in a bag and thrown in a boat, and they take off in the boat. And he escapes eventually. And Adelaide and Red kind of sit and talk.
Yes. She handcuffs her to the table so that she can't leave, because she wants her to, like, listen to everything.
Yeah. She's got some shot to go for her chest.
Yes. She's waited a long time to do it.
And then you hear, what's the boy's name? I forget already.
Jason?
Other one.
Pluto?
We hear him. He gets locked in the closet, which Jason did as well earlier.
Yes. They kind of show that before. Like, he always keeps a little toy ambulance in the pantry. So when he goes in there, because he goes in there to play with fire and to sit with his mask and play with fire or whatever. So he puts a little ambulance in the door so he doesn't get locked in. Because I guess you can only open it from the outside or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But... yeah.
So he tricks them in there, and you can hear the boy kind of making a ruckus. Ray goes to look, investigate, and Adelaide, she gets a fire poker, she gets free.
Yes.
And kind of knocks Red down.
Yep,
and then the dad comes back with the boat, they all hop in the boat, and they all fuck off.
I was just, while you were explaining there, I was just looking up the boat names. The boat names of the Wilsons is Crawdaddy. And the boat name of the White family is called the Biatch. So Biatch. And when I saw that, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. That's the best thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah. And also with Zora and she runs and she catches up with her. But they're playing hide and seek kind of behind between a vehicle, a van.
Right.
The girl goes down, Zora, she kind of follows, and then she disappears. She's on the hood. The owner comes out, get off my car, and meanwhile, Zora runs. She takes off.
Yeah, she's like, not today, Satan.
The other girl, she just stabs a guy with scissors. And also, we forgot, every one of them have scissors.
Yes.
Not everyone, because the Pluto, he has just a lighter.
Yeah.
He has a lighter that works, and Jason's doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's the whole, meant to be, they're untethering themselves in quotations.
Yes.
And very much like the Hands Across America and all that, they're literally cutting themselves off from their counterparts, I guess.
Yeah. And so Gabe kills his double.
Yes.
With
It's a pretty good scene, like the
yeah.
boat scene.
Yep. And the family escape on the boat together.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the Tyler family,
Yes.
their friends, are ambushed and murdered by their evil doppelgangers at home.
Oh, okay.
That's a great scene. They, like you said before, you know, during the twins get killed.
Yeah.
Kind of right off the bat. The husband gets killed right away, and the mother,
Wife, Kitty, yeah.
she stabbed in the neck, but she doesn't die right away.
No, she
And
starts
she's-
crawling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She kind of lying there, and she reaches towards Alexa. Don't have to turn you on.
Nope, she's off.
What's called Alexa. Okay, and she
Yeah.
says, call the police.
Yeah.
And she's playing "Fuck the Police," and the song plays. The whole song plays.
Yes.
The whole song, which I'm like, oh, it's still playing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wow. And then they slit her throat, and
Yes.
it's so disturbing though. Her counterpart Dahlia, she like goes up into her room, and there's this like 30-second scene of her like very carefully applying lipstick to herself and like smiling.
Yep.
And like it's so bizarre.
It'll take over.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
It's some good deaths there. The Wilsons arrive and are attacked as well, but they manage to eventually overpower and kill the Tyler's doubles. Do they ever?
Yeah. Do they ever?
Do they ever? Realizing they aren't the only people with doppelgangers, they turn on the news and see that the tethered have been murdering their equivalents across the U.S. After doing so, joining hands to form a massive human chain.
Yeah.
The Wilsons decide to drive along the coast and escape to Mexico because why not? Tequila.
Yeah. May as well live out your days in
Tijuana,
happiness. Yeah.
While leaving, Umbria attacks the car, and Zora kills her by sending her flying into a tree where she's impaled on a tree branch.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you assume that they're fine. They're finally getting away. She's driving. We're like, all right, we got this.
I mean, we get a fun little argument with the family. Who's
Yes.
driving?
Yep.
Because the dad's hurt, the mom's hurt a little bit. No, she's not hurt. She's handcuffed.
Yes.
She's still handcuffed. Jason can't drive, but Zora, she can. And there's a thing about, well, I got more kills than you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes. I was just going to say.
Yes.
It's like, who has the most kills? Well, I've killed one person. And the dad's like, well, I killed somebody too. And then the mom's like, well, I've killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's like, no, well, I killed a twin. And the mom's like, no, actually, I killed the twin.
Yeah, 'cause she
she just attacked me again.
Yeah, she didn't die. She was just very
Yep.
badly hurt.
Yes.
Then went to get the keys. It attacked her and then she killed it.
Yeah.
Very brutally, mind you.
Very. And Jason walks in halfway
Yes.
through and he's like,
Mother?
Mom?
Mother?
Mother?
And no, so they she gets away. They
Yes.
get away after killing Zora.
Umbra. Yeah.
Yeah, Umbria. Arriving at the boardwalk, the Wilsons find the townspeople already slaughtered. They also find the road blocked by a burning car. Jason, realizing it's a trap set by Pluto, orders everyone out of the car. Before Pluto can ignite the family's car, Jason backs away so that Pluto mirrors him and walks into the burning car.
Yes. It's so creepy.
Yes, and the makeup for his face is awesome.
Awesome.
Like from across the nose and down is just burnt.
Burn, yeah.
And kind of mangled. And as Pluto dies, Red suddenly appears and snatches Jason.
Yes.
While Gabe recuperates from his wounds with Zora in an ambulance, Adelaide chases after Red to the funhouse where they first met. She finds a secret entrance that leads to an underground facility overrun by white rabbits.
Yes.
Where she finds Red in the classroom.
I forget the symbolism of the rabbits again. What was the symbolism for the rabbits?
I'm not sure.
I'll Google it while you're.
Well, I'm guessing. Since the next part, Red explained that the tethered are actually genetic clones created by the government to control the originals on the surface to their own twisted purposes.
Right.
I guess rabbits are easy to be cloned. I don't know.
Right. So it says. It was actually already on the Google while I was looking for the boat name.
Nice.
Often rabbits symbolize rebirth, which fits the intentions of the tethered to start a new chapter living on the surface. But, connecting with Peele's greater theme of duality, Rabbits are often used as test subjects as well, which represents the lives of the tethered as an abandoned experiment.
That makes total sense. Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yay. Double meaning.
When the experiment failed, the tethered were abandoned underground for generations,
Yes.
mindlessly mimicking the actions of their counterparts and surviving on rabbit meat.
Yes.
Oh, that's how. Okay. After they realized that Red was different from the others, she organized them to escape and take vengeance by murdering their counterparts. Red and Adelaide begin to fight in the form of ballet.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yes. With Red gracefully evading and countering all of Adelaide's increasingly unbalanced attacks.
Yes.
This is one of the best scenes in this movie.
Oh, it's so artistic.
It really, yes.
And violent. And like, oh, it's just like that beauty and pain and that wonderful contrast.
Yes.
It's so cool.
It's really good. I really love this part. Just because she's so... It's horrible. I don't say it's horribly. It's gratefully. It's choreographed so well, but
it's literally like a dance with the devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And as much as Adelaide tries to attack and get her, Red just spins away.
Yes.
So naturally, and it's a beautiful scene.
Yes.
I love this part.
Yes.
The whole movie. This is the best part of the whole movie.
I agree. Yeah.
When Adelaide allows Red to attack, she impales Red with a fireplace poker, then strangles her to death and breaks her neck before rescuing Jason from a locker.
Ugh.
Jason also rescues one of the rabbits.
Yes.
Good old rabbits.
Good old rabbits. Wascally wabbit.
Yeah. While Adelaide drives the family away in the ambulance, she suddenly recalls the harrowing night she first met Red in the Hall of Mirrors. The clone had choked Adelaide unconscious, damaging her larynx, making her voice raspy and guttural sounding. I didn't realize that. That makes total sense now. Dragged her underground, handcuffed her there, and returned above ground to take Adelaide's place in her life, eventually learning to speak and adjusting as a human being.
Da, da, da.
Jason looks suspiciously at his mother, who merely gives him a sly smile. A final aerial shot shows that the tethered have formed a human chain, replicating the Hands Across America demonstration, stretching across the United States as helicopters hover overhead. The end. So good.
And this is the thing, is that Jason seems to know something's off, because when he sees his mom killing the twin, he's standing there awkward, shocked.
Yes.
And then at the end, when she rescues him, and it's like, something's just not right.
Yeah, just the brutality of how far she went.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody else is like, ooh, skirt, and blah, blah, blah.
Run.
She's like, let's fuck him up.
And even even before, when they're leaving the house, she's like, we have to kill him.
Yep.
She's very, kill. And going through the backstory, kind of of Adelaide as she grows up.
Yep.
You see, she didn't talk for a while, and then she started to talk.
And
there's hints dropped throughout the whole movie that
absolutely
Red was the girl that was abducted, and Adelaide,
the whole time,
Adelaide is the one who's tethered. Her fear of going back to the beach.
Yes, and if you take the time to but who's the first? There's also so much action happening that you those small details get lost until you've already seen the movie and you watch it again and you're like, oh, yeah.
And as, everyone's wearing red, as the movie progresses, Adelaide's clothes gets more red with the blood of those she's killed.
Exactly.
So it's really...
symbolism.
Yes.
Num, 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 num.
Very good. Very delicious.
Yes.
More. This is a good movie. This is a really good movie. I enjoyed myself watching it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
It was good.
I knew you would like it because it's just one of those it's such a good horror movie. Something different that hasn't been done completely before. Yes. And
because
it's
a very original.
More of that.
The closest thing to this would be Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
For sure. Yeah.
But that's almost entirely different in its own.
Yeah.
And it's not like a horror comedy.
Right.
There is some funny moments in the movie, but it doesn't overpower. It doesn't take away from the horror.
Exactly.
And it gets when it gets back to being serious, it gets right back to
into it. Yeah. It's not like it doesn't dwell on the comedy too much. It's like, okay, here's a little ha-ha, so you don't, jump off the roof of the theater after, and then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
back to scary. Hee hee hee.
Yeah. And I don't remember. I don't think there were any jump scares.
No, there might have been small ones, but nothing like
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah. There's nothing too extreme or too overly done.
Right.
A lot of it was more.
It might be like more like a sound, like a quick sound or something.
Yeah. The psychological horror is
Yeah.
definitely prevalent in this movie.
Yes.
The kills are pretty tame. Nothing too gory.
They don't show a lot.
No.
The worst one would probably be Kitty, just because she gets her throat slit and she's
Yeah.
got like a nice bloody neck and stuff. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. It's
Yeah,
just
the
like people
one-
get clunked. You
the
know,
one- the
Red
one-
gets choked out.
Yeah, the one twin who gets killed by Red or by Adelaide is kind of off screen.
Yeah, it's off screen. Like it's behind a counter, so
Yeah.
you can see her like beating her to death, but all you see are her feet. You don't
Yeah.
actually see her like going in and out. You hear some squelching. Oh, my favorite noise.
Oh, squelch.
Ooh, squelch.
Ooh, squelch.
Squelch me, daddy. So, Nick, what would you rate this movie?
Oh, this
First
is a-
time seeing it.
It's
Got
like
some symbolism.
it's
some
like a 3.5
layering.
out of 5.
I agree. That's
3.5 out of
exactly
5.
what I would give it to.
It's the music is good. The acting was fantastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
The fight between Red and Adelaide really shone.
Yes.
It really, and also it mimicked, they both did ballet part. It was a beautiful fight scene. That's one of the best fights I've seen in a long time.
Right.
And I'm seeing almost all the Jackie Chan fights.
I was talking about Jackie Chan today. It's funny you bring that
I love
up.
me a good Jackie Chan.
Me too.
Oh, he's a good one. But it's a very, I don't use the word tame. But it's not an extreme horror movie.
No, I agree.
But that works. It works for it.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool premise and idea.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes.
It's a good movie.
Good watch.
It is a good watch.
Yep. I would give it exactly the same. I think the music is fantastic, very atmospheric. The lighting is amazing. Lots of dark. It's very dark.
But because it's not too dark, you can't see.
Nope.
Which some movies have the worst time with that.
Yes.
But it's dark out, but you can see the act. You see what's going on.
Exactly.
It's lighted in the dark perfectly.
Yep. Exactly. I agree 100%. It's really well done. Just and again, the acting, 10 out of 10. I will watch anything Lupita Nyong'o's in forever. Yep. There's a reason she's such a big star. Yep, I think it was amazing. I'm glad we watched it.
I am too. It was a good choice. Well done.
Good.
Well, what about the kill the flick?
Oh, well, we actually debated about this one because there were some pretty good kills in this movie.
There were.
But we ended up thinking that Umbra's death was the best.
Yes, being thrown off the, there's a hiccup, thrown off the van.
Yeah.
The hood of the van, and she kind of flies into the woods, and Adelaide goes to investigate and finish her off. And there's poor Umbria, just kind of stuck to a tree with her legs and arms wrapped around it.
Yeah.
In not the best way.
Not the right way.
Broken backwards, and she just kind of just breathes.
Yeah.
She doesn't scream or cry. She's just like...
Yes.
And then Adelaide kind of goes up. She's ready to kind of finish her off, to kind of put her out of misery, and then she stops breathing.
Yes.
And is it Jason who's there watches?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason's there is like, Mom?
Mom?
Mother? What are you doing? Stop.
Mother?
And she's like, it's okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So,
Back to the van, guys.
Yeah.
Have you seen Dr. Sleep?
No, not yet.
Oh, there's a death that's kind of similar to it, and it gets me every time.
Ooh.
Every time it gets me. We're watching that eventually. It's on our list. I forget where it is, but I think
It's
I
in
just
there. I
recently
remember seeing it.
rewatched
It's
it
in
within
there.
the last week or two. Fantastic, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm excited to watch it again for the podcast.
Oh, good.
Whoop, whoop.
I've heard good things. I'd like to see it.
I mean, how can you go wrong with Ewan McGregor?
True.
You know?
Nope, that's right. I watched the Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One
Yes.
Harley Quinn. He stars in that.
Yes,
He's
as
come
Black
back.
Mask. Yeah.
Yep, he's come back as Kenobi in Obi-Wan Kenobi, or he's going to come back as Obi-Wan Kenobi in Kenobi.
Fargo. Can we talk about Fargo?
He was in Fargo?
The TV show.
Oh, I thought
He
it was
plays twins in the TV show.
I didn't know that.
Season 2, I believe.
I was not aware.
Oh, he does such a good job. He
How has he not won an Oscar yet?
right? Maybe for Kenobi, even though that's more of an Emmy, I think.
Yeah, Emmys
Yeah.
for Kenobi. He needs a good hit for an Oscar. He
Right?
totally deserves one. He really does.
Totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next week,
What are we watching next week?
American Psycho.
Ooh.
I'm excited because this is another one you haven't seen.
I haven't. I've seen clips of.
Clips,
I've
yep.
seen, things talk about it. I
Yeah.
have not seen this one, surprisingly.
And I feel like all we're doing lately is movies with symbolism, but this is another movie with such deep symbolism. And topically, it's like a cringy movie almost, but when you get into it, it's, I think you're going to like it.
I from what I've known about it,
Yeah.
it looks good.
Yes.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you want some gory deaths, you're going to get some gory deaths.
Yeah.
Just so you
We
know.
got some awesome acting. We got It's going to be
yes.
good. This is going to be a good
It
and,
is.
and also it's a fan favorite. Everyone
It is.
Everyone loves American Psycho.
Yeah. It's hard not to like. There's so many different elements about it that, it's hard not to like. It's hard not to find somebody who, or it's hard to find somebody who doesn't like it.
Yeah, the sequel, not so much with Mila Kunis.
Right.
That was a little goofy.
Yeah,
and
I
the
agree.
prequel, American Beauty.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But
Good one. Good one.
thank you. It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out.
So good. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This episode was brought to you by our executive producer, Ichabod, and our head of talent relations, Anarchy. We hope you enjoyed your Horr-Gasm as much as we did. Please don't forget to rate, download, and subscribe. Also, like and follow us on Facebook at Horr-Gasm Podcast, Instagram at Horr-Gasm, Twitter at Gasm Horror, YouTube at the Horr-Gasm Podcast, and Twitch at Horr-Gasm Games. If you have a movie you'd like us to review, this is the best way to let us know. We hope to see you again next week because we have such sights to show you. Plenty of Horr-Gasms for you to experience.